Chismosas, this year's Sueños Music Festival was a bigger disappointment than my ex, and we've got to talk about all the bad things that came along this year and all the things that they need to improve, because the scale of this festival has grown so much that I feel like they need to step up their game for next year. Now, the first thing I feel like they need to improve are the box office days and times that they're open, because if you guys know anything, there were stories going all around for months and months that people were having their Sueños wristbands stolen. They figured it out with front gate tickets, but they were like, okay, if you want your new tickets or wristbands, you're gonna have to go to will call to the box office to pick them up on the day of the concert. Now, the problem is that they opened the box office on the day of the concert 1 hour before the gates open. And by the time people would get to will call, the line was so long that I would personally say it was longer than the line to get in. Now, I go to a lot of concerts, a lot of music festivals, and typically these box office will be open a day or two before the actual concert, so you can go get your tickets, get your wristbands, you can have them with time, and by the time the actual concert rolls around, you're ready to go. Now, from my personal experience, I knew that it opened at 11 a.m. I showed up maybe 15 minutes before 11 a.m. and the line was already so crazy. It took me maybe a little over an hour to get my actual wristband and leave. And I think that's absolutely bonkers. They definitely need to improve that. And then once you got out of will call, you have to get into another long line that has no structure. There's nobody leading anybody. There's no lines, as you can see, and there's 3 different stations. You have to go show your ID and your wristband the first time. Then you have to go again. You have to scan your wrist, and then you have to go again to the security. So a lot of people were spending more time in these lines than they were spending in the music festival. There's no organization, there's no communication, it's just willy-nilly all over the place. And talk about poor communication skills. Yesterday there was rain, there was severe weather, they sent a text message and then they posted this on their actual Instagram, and then after that it was radio silence. Nobody knew if it was going to get canceled, postponed. Nobody knew what was going on for about 4 hours or more, from like 8 a.m. to maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. Nobody knew what was gonna happen. So people that were traveling from the suburbs or people that were coming in from different cities, different states, they were out here completely confused, running around with their suitcases. Then when they finally decided to help a brother out and they're like, okay, we're opening at 4 p.m., the communication was even worse, because they're like, don't arrive at the park before 3 p.m. So the lines were super long. They gave us a lineup at first that just included these 4 artists and some DJs. And then God knows when they updated it, added more people, and had very little communication other than this post. Now, to say that I'm disappointed is probably an understatement. I was super excited to do this. I didn't decide to go to Baja Fest because there were so many people that had the same performances as Sueños. I was like, it's not worth it. And now I'm having major regrets that I'm not going to Baja Fest because I didn't get to see Peso Pluma. Now, overall, I'm sure there was even more things that went wrong. So if you guys know any other things other than those fights I saw going out all over the freaking place, let me know your opinions on the music festival this year, what you think they should change, and what you're doing to mend your broken heart. Let me know down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow for more gossip, chisme, and all things tea.